Good afternoon, I'm Stephanie Bauer. A showdown is brewing in Washington over the firing of 8 federal prosecutors 2 years ago. The Marion Theater in downtown Ocala opened to the public for the first time on September 11, 1941. At that time, movie tickets only cost 39 cents. Just last month, a small gator was spotted outside this Travelodge hotel. Trappers came out and got the gator so no one was hurt. But according to regulations under the proposed law, any person staying at this hotel could have killed that gator for their protection. There are 10 proposed locations for the new homeless shelter. One is here, only steps away from a recreational family park. This is leaving many Ocala residents uneasy about the closeness of the two. At the center of the Oaks will be a 33-stall barn to hold horses like this one named Danny. More than 100 marijuana plants were seized. Their street value is estimated at more than $100,000. And the Heart of Florida Ranch is a group home for children who are abandoned or referred for adoption. And today, Marion County deputies spent quality time with the kids at the ranch. One idea is to just start with an open-air pavilion and busing in the homeless each day, then building a shelter down the road. So Mark and Emily, there are several issues to resolve around this, especially the scope of the project and the firm location. As part of the program, 5 Gator football players spoke to kids at Idlewild Elementary School this morning, stressing the importance of staying in school. The students were full of questions and cheers for their hometown heroes. The excited students gave a Gator Chomp welcome to the national champions. The visit was part of the UF Athletic Association's Goodwill Gator program, in which all 20 Florida teams donate time to community projects. Idlewild 5th graders Theodore and Juan told me what they learned during today's special visit.
Well, they inspire me to keep my grades up and play for the Gator and just do good for my mama.
I like them going to my school because I'm a big Gator fan.
The players realize the influence they have on elementary students.
Like everything, you learn at a young age, and we just won a national title, and these kids are looking up to us, and we're on the spotlight right now, and it's just right for us to, give back to whatever we can.
Over 100 4th and 5th grade boys here at the school attended today to get autographs from the football players. They got their shirts, posters, and football signed. They also got to ask some questions, but they weren't all related to education.
What do you think was your downfall against Auburn?
The kids received helpful answers, and the teachers were glad the players could offer motivation.
I think a lot of times kids have these grand ideas of what football is, and if I just go play and practice, then I can be that NFL player, and they need to realize that staying in school and doing well in elementary school and middle school and high school builds on each other to eventually graduate college and get to the NFL. Like they pointed out, one of the coaches said there is not one NFL player he can name that has not graduated from college, and I feel like that's what they need to hear to have those role models to look after.
Today was the last day of the football squad's month-long community service program. 62 student athletes and coaches participated, visiting local schools and hospitals for a total of almost 1,200 volunteer hours. They have no teeth or temper, only a pressing, mysterious urge to jump all summer long. Mix the state's largest freshwater fish with hapless boaters, and you'll have what law enforcement has dubbed Florida's season of sturgeon strikes. The documented strikes for 2006 resulted in the worst year on record, with 8 people hit by sturgeon. However, the numbers for 2007 show a trend that could top last year's. 7 people have been injured so far on the Swanee River.
He hit my leg.
6-year-old Taylor Owen and her aunt Kelly Claffin were struck by a sturgeon last month, breaking Taylor's leg. After a brief stay in the hospital, Taylor now depends on a walker to get around her home. Brevard County teen Allie Catrick and 2 friends were also injured when a sturgeon flew into their boat.
I remember it landing on me, and at first it was heavy.
As this footage from the Swanee River shows, sturgeon are covered in an armor of hard plates, which contributes to the severe injuries it causes. The flying fish can grow up to 8 feet long and weigh 200 pounds, but still, no one really knows why they jump. Here under the Rock Bluff Bridge is an active sturgeon jumping area. Being out here only a few minutes, you will see many of the fish jumping in about the same spot, spread out between 200 to 300 feet. One theory for the increased jumping is that the sturgeon usually favor deep water and are feeling cramped by the river being so low. But the flying fish can't be totally to blame for the unfortunate accidents. Boaters that speed down the river make themselves much more at risk for a harmful collision, and with no specific speed limits in active sturgeon zones, all officials can do is warn reckless boaters.
Impacts with these fish is dangerous. They've resulted in a lot of serious injury, so be aware, go slow.
Meanwhile, visitors safely on land have come from all over to see these famed flying fish.
I've heard of it all my life, and then when we started seeing the TV and the paper, we just had to see them.
But as for Taylor, stuck at home with her broken leg, she has different plans for when she sees a sturgeon again.
Punch him in the eye.
Stephanie Bauer, WUFT News.